as someone who is coming from this survival mode of each time something is going wrong, I will just cry myself. Like, I like to cry. Basically, I cry a lot when things don't go the way I want them to go. I'll cry. But now I fall back. That is why the part of that book talks about awareness. Be aware of your emotions. You can't change the situation. You can just change how you observe them. That is all. I'm learning to observe things a little bit differently. Okay, why is this happening like this? What is this trying to teach me? What can I learn from these situations? Things like that. And it makes life much more easier. So I just finished working for today. I'm going home. From there, I will go to the gym immediately. Then I'll come back and read. Then I think I ate today. I literally ate chicken, burger, salad, and sausage roll. That is what I had. So I will eat again in the evening around 6, and that's going to be a protein shake, and that is going to be it. So I finished working, and I finished early as well. It's currently a few minutes to 12 p.m. and I'm going home. I need to catch up with the bus before 12. So immediately I get home, I will go to the gym. I've eaten already, so I just have to go to the gym and read. Then I'll do my home task. Beep, beep, beep. So I'm on my way going back home. I'm almost at the door, but there's something that I've noticed that I've been doing lately since yesterday, trying to catch thoughts that come through my mind. Either I analyze it to understand why I'm thinking like that, or I reverse it. So I was thinking about not going to the gym, and immediately in my head it was like, I have no choice, I have to go. So immediately it's 3 p.m. I'll get up, pick up my bag and go. Right now I'll go and pack my bag, but immediately it's 3 p.m. we're going. It's a non-negotiable. Yesterday was resting day, today is not. You cannot skip 2 days in a row. It's not possible. Self-awareness, or being aware of your surrounding and yourself, most importantly of yourself, your thoughts, is very important, because not everything that goes through your mind you need to listen to. Your mind is your biggest enemy. Like, your enemy is not your neighbor, not the people outside. Your enemy is your mind. Because let me tell you something. Today, when I was coming back home, remember I said I wanted to come at the gym at 3. I had to be here at 3. I ended up coming here at 4:30, and finally I'm done with my workout. But when I think of the fact that when my mind started being like, oh, maybe I should not come, I felt sleepy, I felt hungry, I felt dizzy. I mean, everything that could stop me from coming here today happened to me today. But the people around me were like, remember you said you had to go to the gym? Remember you had to go to the gym today? Get up and go. The moment I got here, The dizziness stopped. The hunger stopped. Feeling sleepy, I'm no longer feeling sleepy. I know that when I'll go home right now, I'll shower and I'll sleep. I'll eat and I'll sleep. But all of the things that were happening or I was going through, it stopped. So imagine if I had listened to what was going on in my head. I would have stopped, right? Now, talking about social anxiety, I am someone who cannot film in public. I don't know why, but I could not before. The new me films in public. This is one of those days where I am filming at the gym and I don't care. I have put my phone basically everywhere. The only thing that held me today, or is holding me back today, is that I don't have a tripod. But even without a tripod, I still filmed and I am talking to my camera for the second time at the gym. I used to talk to my camera though, but talking to my camera without even looking at who is looking at me or thinking that maybe somebody's looking at me, this is the first time. And it feels so good. So, moving forward, I'll be filming at the gym. I told myself that in this challenge, anything that makes me uncomfortable, I'll do it. Get out of your comfort zone. So, update for today. I have one more. I think I've drank like 2 of this for water. I still have 2 more to go. And it's already like 6 p.m. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll do it. Today I had energy drink, but the energy drink says without sugar. I should not consider it. Yeah, I will not consider it. It's not sugar. But was I 100% with my diet today? Not really. But did I eat junk food? I didn't eat anything junk. Most of the things that I ate was whole food. So yeah. And I'm chewing gum. The gum also says no sugar, so we don't consider that as well. So the only thing that I have to do now again is to read and finish with my water, then have protein shake and eat. I want to eat pop-up and beans, but I'll show you guys. See you guys. I go home. I remember when I started this challenge, I said I didn't know where my next meal was going to come from because my account was actually at 0, right? So have I been eating since day 1 of this challenge? Yes. Have I been going to work and coming back? Have I been going to school with transportation? Yes. Do I have money? No. Did somebody send me money today? Yes. So that is a sign that everything is possible. Even if you don't have, there is always a way. That's the mindset that I'm keeping moving forward. There is always a way. The moment you find yourself in front of a situation, there is always a way you're going to solve it. Are you going to panic? But I'm learning to trust in myself and come to the realization that I'll always come out of every situation that I find myself in. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'll come out of the situation. It might take some time, but I'll come out of it. So I was reading this book. I'm still reading it. I'm almost done. And there is this part in the book that really drew my attention. And it says that when we take notice of the cycle of the planet and choose to live in accordance with its season, something remarkable happens, and we become connected. We begin to see ourselves as parcels, as part of a greater whole that is constantly generating itself, and we may then tap into this all-powerful propagating force and ride its creative wave. To support our practice, we may set up a schedule daily. Like, you can do little things, right? Let's say, for example, you don't pick up your phone first thing when you wake up in the morning. Or you can decide that, okay, when you wake up, you give yourself 5 minutes to just observe your thoughts. No phones, no distraction, nothing. Also, you can decide to eat mindfully, eat without being distracted, eat without having your phone. In such a way, you're going to feel your food. Now, when we're talking about seasons, this is how I understand it. We have 4 seasons. We have autumn, we have winter, we have spring, and we have summer. Now, each season plays a role, and within each season, something happened to the trees, the leaves, in fact, everything around us, right? Even to us as human beings. I've noticed that during the winter period, people tend to be depressed much more than during the summer period. And during the winter period, most leaves no longer have their trees. Why am I saying most leaf? Most trees no longer have their leaves, and they start to grow again during the spring period, and they finally blossom during the summer period. I think that is the same thing with human beings, right? We have different circles to life. We have periods in our life where we are all depressed, all sad. I think that is what represents winter. Then we have a period where we begin to be happy, begin to feel happy again. That is around spring. Then a lot of people start to blossom a lot more during summer period. So if you want to look at life from a season perspective, we are not going to feel as bad as we feel, especially when we are going through things. There's another part in this book that says that each time you're going through something, you need to ask yourself, what is this particular situation trying to teach me? What can I learn from it? And what is the bigger picture, right? Also, there is a practice or an exercise that I learned from this book, which states that when you have a situation at hand, you can pick a random book, throw that book on the floor, any chapter or any page that gets open from that book, whatever line, the first line that your eye picks in that book, that is going to be your answer for the situation that you're going through. I'll take an example with me. For example, when I'm going through something and I don't know exactly what to do, and I ask for a sign, 9 out of 10 I'm going to get a sign that I want. But the thing is, I have coconut head. I'm very stubborn. Even when I get a sign, sometimes I will still not do what I have to do. And a lot of times, the consequences are too expensive. So that is what I learned from reading today. And now we are going to talk about trading. I look at the chart today and I saw about 2 to 3 trades, and we are going to talk about that. So I'll go to my tablet and let's record first. Okay, open trading view. The first trade I was looking at was BTC. Price got to a key level, right? If you look very well on BTC, price got to a key level. I've not hit TP yet, but when I look at this trade, I'm going to hit TP. This is just paper trading. Okay. This was what I was. So as I was saying, this is what I was studying today. I've been looking at BTC, and when I went on the 4 hours time frame, I saw that BTC has been dangling around this area. Price created a CRT pattern. Then I went to the 15-minute time frame. I saw, as we can see, liquidity sweep here, change in character here, then there is a fair value gap. That's why I took this entry for a 1:5. But if I want to go for a 1:3, I should be tapping TP somewhere here. So this is TP1 and this is going to be our TP2. The next trade is going to be on, I don't think I looked at gold, but I didn't see any entries. So we are going to go next is going to be JBP USD. On JBP USD, I hit stop loss. And what happened? I looked at the daily, right? When we look at the daily on JBP USD, we are going to notice that we have our previous daily high and our previous daily low. That was Wednesday high and Wednesday low. What happened? Thursday swept the low of Wednesday, so I was expecting for Friday to take out Wednesday's high. That is why when I dropped to the 4 hours, I was looking for a key price at a key level, and I didn't see price at the key level number one. And funny enough, when I had this entry, I knew that it was not going to go so well. In my head, it was, this is a mistake. But even after knowing that it was a mistake, I still wanted to try, because in my head it was like it can go any way, right? Now let's talk about what happened. When we look at it from this perspective, we have a liquidity, a CRT formation here, right? This is our CRT low here. So this is our CRT low, and this is our CRT high here. So you see that price took out the CRT low and the high, right? Now there is a fair value gap here on the 4 hours time frame, so there was no way that this price was going to buy, because we already have an imbalance. So price needs to fit that imbalance and is going to continue selling. So that is basically it for that one. Let's look at Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, I think Nasdaq is a pair that I will start trading. Okay, Nasdaq got to a key level. Nasdaq created a CRT formation. Then I went to the 15-minute time frame and I saw an entry. This is what we normally call the model 1 on when trading CRT. I was targeting a 1:3 and I got it right. Now, all this to say that sometimes, again, strategy is not going to be your problem. Your problem is going to be execution. Your problem is going to be your mindset when you're in a trade. Because if I was having money in this trade, I would have closed the trade. So I didn't close the trade just because there was no money involved, and everything went on well, right? See, if you look at Nasdaq hit TP before hitting, going back straight to my stop loss and hitting TP again. So that is basically it. Let's conclude for today. Again, I have this sheet where I mark out everything that I did. So for my morning routine, I have waking up at 4:30. I did that. Showering. Okay, so I had meditation, which I did. I had journaling, I did. Reading for 30 minutes, I did. Chart study 1 hour, I did. Post on YouTube. I have not yet posted yesterday's content because I need a VPN and I don't have one. I've been trying to buy, but I don't have money. But I think tomorrow I'm going to have a VPN, definitely. I don't know how, but I'm going to have a VPN.